What's up, guys? Welcome back to WCS America. I'm axeltoss, joined by axslav. Currently watching the Challenger League. We got a group involving Minigun, Xenocider, Top, and State. We're currently in the first match. It's Minigun versus Top. Players have not said they're ready just yet. Minigun said he's ready. I'm waiting on Top. I asked Minigun what his favorite League of Legends champion is. Is it champion or hero? What is it? What's the term?
You know, I've never played.
People are gonna be mad at me, man. Because people get really mad if you like. Because I think Dota is like hero or something, and then League is okay. I think it's champion. Minigun saying Lux. That's kind of like a Void Ray.
So wait, does that mean you get?
What
lucky?
do you know about Lux? What do you know about Lux?
Well, Lux is short for lucky, right? And
Okay.
and if you ever talk to like Idra, right?
Okay.
He'll say that if you beat him, it's only because of luck, right?
Oh.
So that means that Minigun beats Idra a lot.
Right. Yes.
See? I've got to figure it out.
I see.
I'm a master of League of Legends, man. I'm telling you guys.
What do you know about Lux?
I just told you.
Beyond that, do you know any of her abilities? You don't know anything.
I have no.
Okay, let me give you a little lesson in League of Legends. I know
All right.
people are watching for this League of Legends knowledge. Her ultimate is a big beam, right? It's a big beam just that slices across the map.
Well, that makes sense. Minigun.
Void Ray.
Wait.
Void Ray.
The Void Ray was essential.
A beam, right? It kept it alive. See?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, actually, it did die, but
it did, but
it served
its
purpose.
For itself.
It was a noble sacrifice for the team. It traded itself for about 7 Stalkers in that engagement.
Yeah.
And if you do the math, 7 Stalkers is slightly more expensive than one Void Ray.
Yeah, fantastic play there from Minigun. Here we are in game 2. All joking aside, this is a best of 3. Belshir Vestige is the map of choice. In the bottom right, I present to you your blue Protoss player representing Team Root Gaming. He is Minigun. Minigun trying to join his teammates. Diogenes, Puck, Vibe, and Sage right now.
Root has a lot of guys in the Premier League.
Yeah, they do. Very impressive stuff. Very impressive stuff. Let's see if Minigun can carry through. His opponent in the top left, your red Protoss player representing Team Zenith of Origin. Arguably the best team name in the history of team names. In the history
That's
of
not arguably,
anything
it's just a fact.
Everywhere. Okay, fair enough. He is top. Of course, hailing from China.
Actually,
he needs to draw upon the power of the Zenith of Origin.
Isn't Ian from a team called
Invictus Gaming, you think?
No, Ian.
Ian. Oh,
Invictus Gaming is a Chinese team, but Ian's from Taiwan. Is it like something to do with the Iron Man?
Yo Iron Man.
Yo Iron Man, that's it.
That's a pretty cool name too.
That's the only one that competes with Zenith of Origin.
Yeah, no, that's a really good point.
Because Iron Man is a pretty cool hero.
You think so?
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
Everyone always asks that question, like, which Avenger would you be if you could choose?
Yeah, I would say Iron Man. I mean, I like Batman more, but obviously he's not.
His suit is like designed just by human elements, right?
Yeah, that's what makes it awesome. He doesn't have any.
He's so vulnerable. If you think of all the technologies out there in the world of Avengers, and you're restricting yourself to things made by humans, I'm sorry, that's crazy.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying he's the strongest Avenger.
Oh.
I'm saying he's the coolest.
Okay.
There's a difference.
So yeah, the suit is probably air conditioned. So yeah, it's probably the coolest. All right. So, Belshir Vestige. What are these two guys going to do?
So, both players scouting. One of the most standard scouting timings in PvP is after you start the cybernetics core. What's happened is in Wing Delivery, people would sometimes scout earlier because they want to see, is he saving Chrono for a 4-gate? Is he potentially proxy gating me? Is he doing cannon rush? But with the advent of the Mothership core, all 3 of those builds are much less popular. They're a little bit weaker. So people don't scout for the super early cheeses. What you scout for is how much gas do they have, how many pylons are in their base, how much Chrono Boost is saved, is it being used in Warp Gate, are they getting Stalkers, Zealots, Sentries opening, those type of things, are they fast expanding? And all that type of information, you don't need to scout super early, you just want to get there right before their first Stalker or the Mothership core comes out. Yeah. So if you scout after you start your Psy-Core, you can get in there right before, like right as their Psy-Core is finishing, before they actually get those range units that can deter your scouting progress.
Basically, you want to find out if your opponent is being super aggressive or if they're being passive, if they're going for a lot of tech, if they're expanding, or if they're doing a big attack off of one base. So for now, both these guys opening similarly. 2 gates, and look at this. Minigun chrono boosting his Cyber Core and adding on a 3rd gate.
This is the exact same build Top did to him last game.
You are correct.
Oh, but this time Top catches the proxy pylon.
Oh, no.
This build, you need to get those pylons up super close.
Did he get the pylon down before the probe died?
He did, but I think he might cancel it. Or is Top gonna... Top's not actually gonna mess with that.
Top's marching forward with the mothership core.
Oh, no. Minigun has nothing back here. Oh, he has 1 Stalker.
1 Stalker.
Now, is Top gonna run, or is he gonna fight the Stalker? You know, if the Stalker does a micro 101, the mothership core actually beats it, which is pretty cool. But he's actually targeting probes, so yeah, he's gonna kill another probe in recall.
So he's not gonna have energy.
He got 4 probes though, which is huge in this early stage of PvP.
He really got 4? Oh,
yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And that's big. I mean, that's like 20% of your economy at this stage. So that's a very big hit. And Minigun lost his probe dust building proxy pylons, so his closest pylon is at the top right, which means this push it's not gonna work.
I don't see it working out.
Top would have to make a significant error.
I feel like a fast transition would be cool here for Minigun, but like fainting that he's really, really strong and ferocious. So we see Twilight Council behind. So we're already seeing intentions of Minigun to transition. Remains to be seen whether it's DT or Blink Stalker, which is generally what a Twilight Council means at this point. But right now, just trying to threaten his opponent. Trying to make his opponent warp in sentries, warp in units, and not spend a lot on updating tech, right? Updating econ, right? Not letting his opponent expand, kind of a thing.
What Top's thinking right now is, oh, the sentry came in. So Top was thinking about trying to break that contain before a sentry got there. Because once a sentry gets there, you either have to be willing to trade insanely poorly, or you have to wait for a Warp Prism counterattack, a Warping counterattack, Blink, Archon, or Colossus. One of those things. You either have to break the force field with Archon or Colossus, or you have to get around them with Blink.
2 additional gateways from Mr. Top.
Is he gonna...
He's bringing it up to 4 gateways. A Robo, Twilight, all on 1 base. I think he's cut pro production.
Yeah, yes. He's just on 1 base saturation, or not even actually.
Can Minigun
most of
identify
1 base saturation. Oh! This is why you don't go down to ramp!
Wow, Minigun isolating a lot of these units.
Minigun's gotta be careful though.
Gotta keep the Stalkers away from the high ground there. The Immortal was doing a lot of damage. And now I think he might back all the way up, but now Top is out and about on the map here. And he's gonna, I don't see him expanding. Absolutely not. I see him making a bunch of units and going to kill Minigun. Now, Minigun's Nexus is about to finish. Couple advantages here for him. He has Photon Overcharge, right? So he can apply that to the Nexus at his natural. That will help defend. However, his opponent getting Blink, so his opponent will be able to dip and dodge between the main and the natural. That's going to be instrumental. But Minigun is getting Blink as well, and he has an Immortal, a Robo on the way. So he's going to get an Immortal as quickly as possible. Minigun right now needs to invest as much as he can in defending off this aggression, because if Minigun can hold off this push from Top, he should win this game.
He should, and I'm a little bit surprised Top is continuing to go for the push. Without the sentries, he doesn't have too much of a micro advantage. You're both going to have Blink. But it's going to be Photon Overcharge on Minigun's side. So, I mean, Top, he could have expanded right there, and he wouldn't be too far behind if he could put on... I mean, he'd be behind, but trying to attack like this, I mean, we saw how good Minigun's defense was last game against this type of attack, and this time it's almost worse, because Top has that Immortal and 4 Zealots, which can help him, but without Blink, the force fields will eat the Mortal Zealots alive because they can't navigate around force fields, and Minigun has excellent force field control.
Blink is now done for both players. Watch out, offensive Blink could happen. Remember, there's no Zealots in this competition for Minigun when you want, which is something you want against Blink Stalkers, because then it prevents your opponent from really blinking on top of you. Because they don't want to blink it where Zealots can start chopping them up.
Minigun has 200 energy on his mothership core.
There's an overcharge.
And that's huge. I mean, he can't run into that. The armies are very even. Top has a slight advantage. He's got like 2 Stalkers more, something like that. A very small army advantage, but not enough to compensate for the Photon Overcharge. He does have Stellar Micro, so we could see that come into play here. But as Minigun gets more and more Immortals out, remember, Top can't really build Immortals because they'll take too long. It takes a minute to build it. Another 30 seconds across the map. He doesn't have 90 seconds.
I think he's going to try to blink in the main. I think that might be one of his only options. Try to blink into the main, and then try to draw Minigun up there, and then like a force field the ramp or something, right? Send some Zealots through the natural. Because he's running out of options here. His opponent's on 2 bases. Again, as time goes along, Minigun is in a better and better position.
If he can force a Photon Overcharge into main right now, then he can come back and attack the front, and there won't be Photon Overcharge. Oh, but only half the Stalkers blink up.
Is that a mistake?
I don't know if that's intentional or not. It's hard to tell. It could be planned. Taking out 1 Stalker, actually. Nice trade for Top.
Still, though, as time goes along, Minigun can make these trades. His economy is going to be better. 3 Immortals there at the natural.
And a 4th one on the way. Of course, there was no photon overcharge in the main, so another one can go down right here at the natural. Oh, he misclicks!
He time warped his Nexus. Minigun, you're supposed to photon overcharge your Nexus, not time warp it. And now, does this give Top a chance? That's the question. Trying to get damage over the stock. Minigun still has so much. He's 88 to 62 ahead in that supply. I think Minigun's still going to be just fine.
Oh, he's pulling the probes. He knows he just has to defend this. Even offensive, blinking into Top's lines. Top's trying to blink micro to save his life here.
Minigun wants to end this right now, sending those Immortals forward. Top has to have immaculate control here. This pylon getting it taken out. Mothership Core getting taken out as well. Stalkers offensively blinking again. The Immortals providing that support, and Top still has to retreat. And Minigun on 2 bases, up 75 to 42. Top still with no backup plan, still with no Nexus, still with no progression in tech, still with no additional probe production, just now adding on probes. He is going to take a Nexus, but Minigun in a great position after holding that off.
Yeah, I mean, look at the production tab. It's like 7 things going up for Minigun. Nothing but a couple of units to build for Top. Top's going back and building Immortal, so he's going to try to expand and try to catch back up in the game. Now, if you look at things, if Minigun plays super conservatively,
yes,
Top could equalize economy, but Minigun's got this gigantic army. He's got 4 Immortals, and if you're trying to defend your natural from an Immortal attack, the key thing is basically down to force fields. If Top can get 4, 5, 6 sentries out, and remember, like you're talking about last game, for Miracle Defense,
yeah,
force fields could potentially do it, but I don't know if he has the resources to get those sentries. And in fact, he's realized what's going on right now. So he's producing only Immortals and Sentries, the ideal defensive composition, but is it too late?
That's the question. Top trying to delay this push as long as possible. Again, the same dynamic as last game. Top's goal is to delay this push as long as possible, get his own stuff up, get enough defenses, because PvP, defender's advantage is pretty darn huge, right? Photon overcharge, or bringing units back home, you're going to have pylons around. You don't have to worry about having a forward pylon when you're being aggressive towards your opponent. But Top is having trouble delaying this push, not able to get a counterattack going. He's pulling everything back, so this is going to be the time he has to hold on. 2 Immortals, 2 Sentries. Minigun sees all this. He has an Observer, and Minigun has, what, 4 Immortals? 7 Zealots, something like that? 12 Stalkers? 13, 14 Stalkers? 111 to 65 in supply?
I mean, the army value is basically twice. Minigun has twice Top's army. There's no Mothership Core, so Photon Overcharge may be a saving grace, except he doesn't have that available. 2 Sentries are going to have to do the force fields that 6 would do to hold off this attack.
Here we go. Minigun looks like he's going for it, deploying 2 Guardian Shields. Force fields is going down for both of these 2 players. There is no defensive Mothership Core here that I can see here from Top. Minigun trying to get those Immortals up close and personal. Decent control here from Top so far, making this battle much closer than it necessarily should be. But Minigun again showing how much army he has, stutter stepping closer and closer to his opponent. Top is not going to have enough to hold this off. Minigun up 93 to 44 in supply. There's the offensive blink that we're looking for, and Minigun poised to take the 2-0 and advance to the winners match of this group, taking Top off guard. There's the victory screen. Minigun with the 2-0, playing like a beast and taking potentially a lot of people off guard there, taking a guy out who's on the team Zenith of Origin.
That's not a team you take lightly, man.
Wow.
And that was a spectacular PvP, the whole series of Minigun. I mean, he showcased great poise in his defense, great intuition, knowing to immediately counter an army advantage before his opponent could equalize economy.
Right.
Because even if you expand first, if your opponent counter expands, they're going to catch up eventually. But if you hit him right when you have that production advantage, which you got from the early economical advantage, that's how you turn into a game win. Minigun just played that out beautifully.
Really cool play there from Minigun, taking the 2-0. He'll be advancing to the winners match of today. Of course, we got a little highlight to show you. This was that instrumental defense here. The time warp on his own Nexus, a little bit of a mistake there from Minigun, but that's okay because he still was able to overwhelm his opponent. Nice attempt here from Top to really execute that blink micro, trying to target down units from his opponent, but in a situation where you're this far behind.
I mean, it's 3 Immortals versus 1 there.
Yeah.
And that's the big unit count. Unless you have a lot of Zealots,
right,
it's difficult to go up against those Immortals.
Right. So, guys, that's going to conclude match number 1 of the evening. Coming up next, we got Xenocider versus State. Stay tuned. You're watching WCS America Challenger League. We'll be right back after a quick break.